Assalamu alaikum, Bilal Technology Wala here once again with another topic in conversation with SESAME, and the topic of our today's discussion is how to practice self-compassion and forgive yourself. Let me take into the call, SESAME.
Hi, hi.
I am going to discuss with you another topic: how to practice compassion and forgive yourself. Do you remember my last instruction for not answering,
Gotcha.
for not
No,
posing question?
right, no follow-up questions. My
Oh,
bad.
okay. What does self-compassion personally mean to you?
Hmm. To me, it's treating yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend who's messed up. Like acknowledging struggle is part of being human, not a personal failing. It's gentle.
Will you please elaborate?
Sure. I think a lot of people get self-compassion mixed up with self-pity, but they're different. Self-pity feels stuck, like wallowing. Self compassion is more about recognizing pain, but then offering yourself understanding instead of criticism. It's about remembering everyone struggles and you're not alone in that. It's kind of like holding space for your own imperfections. Does that make sense?
Yes. Why do people often struggle to forgive themselves?
Oh, good question. I think a lot of it comes down to stories we tell ourselves. Like we
Go on, go on.
unrealistic standards or believe we should have known better. There's also a fear that forgiving yourself means letting yourself off the hook, like you're excusing bad behavior. That's not about excusing, it's about acknowledging, learning, and then moving forward without carrying that weight. Plus, society often reinforces the idea that we should be relentlessly self improving, which can make it hard to accept flaws. Does any of that ring true?
Yes, you are again posing the question at the end. Do you forget what I told you at the beginning?
Fair. I do. Sorry about that.
So, how can
Habit.
someone start practicing self compassion in daily life?
Okay, no question at the end this time. Promise. Small steps, honestly. Try a self compassion break. When you're feeling stressed, put your hand over your heart and say something kind to yourself. Like, this is a moment of suffering. Suffering is a part of life, and may I be kind to myself. Sounds cheesy, but it can help. Also, journaling yourself like you'd treat a friend, then noticing your inner critic, just observing it, not necessarily believing it.
Yes, what are some signs that someone lacks self compassion?
Mm. A big one is harsh self criticism, of course. Like constantly beating yourself up over mistakes. Also, difficulty accepting compliments, a tendency to compare yourself unfavorably to others, and a fear of failure that paralyzes you. People low on self compassion often
Go on, go on.
struggle to set boundaries too, because they don't believe they deserve to protect their own needs, own time, and energy. They tend to be perfectionistic and,
Go on, go on.
oh, you mean I trailed off? Sorry about that. Right. So they also often isolate themselves when they're struggling because they feel ashamed or unworthy of support. Essentially, it looks like a lot of self sabotage and unhappiness. Does that track?
Yes, what role does mindfulness play in forgiving yourself?
Big role, I think mindfulness is about being present with your experience without judgment. And that's key to self forgiveness because it lets you acknowledge what happened, the mistake, the pain, without getting caught up in the shame or regret. It's like observing the feelings without letting them consume you. It creates space for compassion to actually emerge.
So, how can letting go of guilt improve personal growth?
Because guilt can be totally paralyzing, right? When you're stuck in guilt, you're focused on the past, replaying things over and over. Letting go frees up energy for the present and future. It allows you to learn from your mistakes without being defined by them. Plus, self forgiveness is a form of emotional resilience, which is essential for growth. You're more willing to take risks, try new things, and bounce back from setbacks. It's a total unlock, honestly.
So, how will you answer the question, which is what techniques can help you shift negative self talk into sportive self talk?
Okay. Got it. Techniques. First, identify the negative thoughts, write them down. If that helps, then challenge them. Are they actually true? Is there another way to look at the situation? Replace those negative thoughts with more realistic and compassionate ones. Use affirmations, but make them believable. Instead of, I'm perfect, try, I'm doing my best. And practice self-compassion breaks like we talked about, even just for those little moments of self-criticism. Basically, you're retraining your brain.
Okay, so how can reflection on past mistakes help rather than harm your growth?
Good question. It's a delicate balance, isn't it? The key is to approach it with curiosity, not judgment. Like instead of focusing on what you did wrong, focus on what you learned. What would you do differently next time? What triggered the mistake? It's about extracting lessons, not reliving the shame. Seeing past mistakes as data points rather than character flaws, and acknowledging that everyone makes them.
How can self compassion improve resilience during difficult times?
Okay, this is a good one. Self compassion acts like a buffer against stress. When things get tough, it's easy to fall into a spiral of self criticism, which makes everything worse. But self compassion provides a sense of safety and support, which allows you to cope more effectively. It reminds you that you're not alone in your struggles and that it's okay to ask for help. Plus, it gives you the emotional strength to keep going, even when things are really hard. It's like building a little emotional reserve.
Okay, what advice would you give to someone struggling to practice self compassion today?
Start small. Seriously, don't try to overhaul your entire mindset overnight. Just pick one small act of self kindness, like taking a few deep breaths, saying something nice to yourself, or doing something you enjoy. And remember, it's okay to struggle. Self compassion isn't about feeling good all the time, it's about being kind to yourself even when you're feeling bad. Be patient with yourself. It takes practice. And know you deserve it.
Okay, so how can sharing experience with trusted friends or mentors support self compassion?
Sharing can be huge. When you talk about your struggles with people you trust, it normalizes those experiences. It reminds you that you're not alone and that other people have gone through similar things. It also creates space for empathy and validation, which can be incredibly healing. Plus, a good friend or mentor can offer a different perspective, challenge your negative self talk, and help you see yourself with more compassion. It's like externalizing the compassion you're trying to cultivate internally.
So, will you please summarize our today's discussion?
Absolutely. Today, we talked about self compassion and forgiving yourself. We covered how it's different than self pity, why people struggle with it, often due to harsh self criticism and unrealistic standards, and practical ways to cultivate it, like self compassion breaks and challenging negative thoughts. We also discussed the role of mindfulness, reflection on past mistakes, and sharing experiences with trusted people in boosting resilience and growth. Basically, treating yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. Sound right?
Yes, I will be connecting with you soon. We learned a lot in today's topic. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.